Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new Five Nights at Freddy's GMOD review video. Today, we're going to be checking out 3 new add-ons that have been released by Jodi and Mr. Taha himself. We're going to be reviewing these brand new security breach ragdolls that are privated. So these are private add-ons, they're early access, so you're not going to be able to check them out for yourselves. Unless you have special permissions from Jodi, like I did. We're also going to be checking out. Hold on, what the fuck was it again? What was it? Fuck! I just woke up, bros. I just woke up. Oh yeah, these add-ons right here. Hold on, Jodi. Jodi's a good friend of mine. These also new add-ons with a Glamrock Five Nights at Candy's models, and also the toy animatronics, but weirdly enough, the toy animatronics have been included in this pack, so I guess we'll review both versions. We're also going to be reviewing the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie Spring Bonnie Ragdoll by Taha, who's also another amazing add-on creator. But let's go ahead and check them out. Alright, but starting off with the main man himself, we have Glamrock Freddy. Now, it's just good old Glamrock Freddy. You know, nothing too ordinary. It's just classic Glamrock Freddy. He's got the ear physics like the other Glamrock Freddy ragdoll we got. But this ragdoll is very unique because he has specific and unique physics, because according to Jodi, these are supposed to be realistic and for his role plays only. But overall, it's a good model. You know, it's got the skins. You know, you can change it to dirty, and with his upgrades. He has the eyes textures, so you know you can change them and make them like, you know, purple, like he's even like, Gregory, where are you, you piece of shit? But that's just it. That's Glamrock Freddy. And yes, you can use Advanced Bone Tool to open up his chest cavity, so you know his chest physics are there, but we've already done that like multiple times, so we all know like what to expect. But next up we have is Glamrock Bonnie. And you know, it's just classic Glamrock Bonnie, you know. This is when he was fixed, even though it's a fan-made model. So this is what he would look like if he was fixed, and he does have Monty's shades, even though Monty is a piece of shit and stole them. So, fuck you, Monty. Actually, fuck off. Fuck off. Jesus, you're heavy. But it is Glamrock Bonnie, so he does have some skins. You can change it to dirty. And that's mostly it for Glamrock Bonnie. Alright, but next up we have is Glamrock Chica. And just like these other two ragdolls, it's just classic Glamrock Chica. No like earring physics, and also they do have the same kind of joints as Glamrock Freddy does. Although I think Bonnie's are a little different, so he can like touch his chest. But Chica is kind of her own, you know, same with Glamrock Freddy. They're kind of based on realistic joints. But you know, see, she doesn't have body groups, but she does have her skins where you can make her like slightly more degraded and dirty and filthy and all that stuff. Oh, so I realized, oh, Bonnie has those eye textures, same as Freddy does. But that's just, you know, it's just Chica. I mean, you don't really care about Chica. Nobody really gives a shit about Chica in Security Breach. But next up we have is Roxanne Wolf. You know, it's just classic Roxanne. What do you expect? We've gotten so many ragdolls of these characters already. we already know what to expect, but they are unique in their own ways. So with Roxy, you know, you can just change your skin. That's mostly it. And yes, she does have tail physics and hair physics. Hold on, if I can just, yeah, there's her hair physics. But that's it for Roxy. Next up we have is Beach Ass Monty. So, you know, classic Beach Ass Monty. Just, you know, just like Freddy, he has the same joints, kind of like that. And he doesn't have any body groups. You can't take off his glasses unless you use, like, you guessed it, advanced bone tool. But it kind of would have been more easier with, like, body groups and all that stuff. But, you know, it's a good ragdoll otherwise. I mean, it's a ragdoll. It's just a ragdoll. But next up we have is the daycare attendant, both sun and moon forms. So, you know, classic sun. And he does not have anything. He does not have anything. No body groups or no skins. Same with Moon, but, you know, it's the daycare attendant. You gotta love him.
Ho, ho, ho! Welcome, one and all, to the daycare. Whoa! Naughty boy, naughty boy.
But that's it for your basic set of Glamrocks. You know, you got the whole cast all here, ready to rock and roll and terrify all the customers of the Pizzaplex. Alright, next up we have the other security breach characters like DJ Music Man, the Shattereds, and the Glamrock Endo. So some security breach characters are missing, like the Blob and Burn Trap. But I'm pretty sure, like, Jodi is still working on these ragdolls and stuff because, like, it's part of his, like, alternate universe, and he's slowly adding in characters and stuff, so he probably hasn't worked on those models yet, but I'm not sure. I gotta ask Jodi on that one. But enough about that. We have DJ Music Man. So, you know, it's DJ Music Man. What can you expect? He doesn't have any body groups or skins, like all of these others do, except Endo. But, you know, you can kind of pose him. His joints are a little stiff, but it's a good ragdoll. You know, it's just classic DJ Music Man. How can you go wrong with Music Man? But next up we have is Shattered Glamrock Chica. And it's just Chica without her beak. You know, Shattered Monty, it's Monty without his legs. We've reviewed these characters like so many times. And we do have Shattered Roxy, and she does have her ear physics and her hair physics and tail physics. Glamrock Endo, he has his ear physics also. He also has a skin where his eyes turn glowing red. Just like in the parts and service segment. But that's it for these cast of characters. Now, on to the next cast, and there is a lot to review. Alright, next up is the Ruin cast of characters. So we have the Ruin animatronics. Starting off, we have Ruin Glamrock Freddy, or Proto Freddy. I don't really care what direction it goes, but, you know, he's got the prototype labeling on his foot. And surprisingly, what Jodi told me is that these characters can kind of like sick, like this, like they can fold in their legs, which is pretty nice. But the main difference about this Ruin Glamrock Freddy model is that he has chest cavity physics. So, as we know in the main game, Glamrock Freddy uses his chest cavity to try and kill Cassie when she enters the Phaser Blast area. So, you know, he's like, chomp, 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 chomp. Oh, I'm gonna eat you. I'm missing my head, so I'll use my stomach. Chomp, 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 chomp. Which I think is just fucking hilarious. I love this feature on Glamrock Freddy. because I just love I love the chest cavity on him in Ruin. It's just hilarious. It's not even scary. It's just hilarious. Like imagine using your stomach to chew on shit. It even has the present in there. Chomp 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 chomp. I'm gonna eat you. Chomp 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 chomp. Ah! I got the munchies. I'm gonna go look for my Wendy's Baconator. But next up we have is Ruin Glamrock Chica. Get your ass back in line, Freddy. So you know it's Chica. You can't remove the trash bag, which is a bummer, but it's Chica. That's it. Monty, on the other hand, you know, it's just good old classic Monty. He's missing his shell completely. And what's very unique about this is that he has Mohawk physics. It's like this one bent piece of metal with like hair on it. It can move. Now that is something. And, you know, Monty, he's just a rabid dog as he is. There, I did the joke. But Roxy, Ruin Roxy on the other hand, which unfortunately is broken and missing her textures. So, oh, she does have ear physics, very stiff ones. But, you know, this is her in her AR form because she does have her face and stuff. And most of her covering, kinda. And her hair. But she is broken. And she does have a skin, I guess. But strangely enough, if I do, like, flash my light on this skin, it kinda shows her textures, like, underneath. Unfortunately, Jodi hasn't provided me a fix or textures for this one, because when I first installed this one, most of the Montys and Roxys were missing their textures and stuff, and also Freddy, I'm pretty sure. But Jodi did provide me a fix and stuff. But hopefully, maybe in the future, if he goes back and works on this add-on, he can provide me the texture fix for Ruin Roxy. But she is broken in the meantime. But no need to cry or pounce or throw a fit. We still have 3 more Ragdolls. So next up is Eclipse, Ruin Eclipse. So, you know, it's just good old Eclipse. And he does come in both his... Well, this is his moon form, but he does come in his Eclipse form and Sun form. So this is in the AR world, when he's begging for Cassie to reboot him and use the Faz Wrench on him. Turn on the generators.
Use the generators. You gotta reboot me. Oh no, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna kill myself.
But that's it for Eclipse. Or Ruin Daycare Attendant, which is a stupid name. Just call him Eclipse. But next up we have is Ruin or Shattered Glamrock Bonnie. He's called Shattered Bonnie. So this is Shattered Bonnie, and he's honestly the least damaged out of all of these characters, but all of his joints are dislocated because Monty literally threw him on a wall and threw a bowling ball at his head. But this is Shattered Bonnie. So, you know, he's very, very damaged. He's cracked and shattered, and you can see, like, Monty's, like, green paint smudged when he, like, clawed him. Or if he just, like, slashed him with his fingers. But strangely enough, Bonnie himself doesn't even have claws, so how did he play the bass? Very inconsistent, Steel Wool. Very inconsistent. But this is Glamrock Bonnie, and you can change his eye texture, so this is when he's trying to call out for help. I mean, he's still freaking alive. He's just, like, using the wet floor bots to send a distress signal. But, you know, he's got his ear physics, and then when you do deactivate all the wet floor bots, which they're not in the pack, you know, he just dies. He finally can be put to rest, because Monty's a piece of shit who killed him. Fuck you, Monty. But next up we have is Candy Cadet. Or Ruin Candy Cadet. So, you know, he's very burnt. This fucker is very, very, very burnt and rusted. And he's definitely damaged. He's missing his arm, his little antenna. But he does, what's unique about this is that he does have wheel physics, so he can roll around if you like. So he can roll around, and he's got his antenna physics. And I'm pretty sure he does have his skin, so when he does activate and tells Cassie the story about the Mimic, which he is not in the pack, there is no Mimic or Burn Trap. So, big rip. But, I guess we covered the Ruin section. Now time for the fan-made section. Here comes another jump cut. Alright, we now have the fan-made section. So this is all of the fan-made Glamrock models in this pack. So these are not official. These are fan-made, and they aren't in the game or Ruin at all. But these are some pretty cool, like, fan interpretations of what these characters would look like as Glamrocks. But starting off, we have Glamrock Bonnie again, but this is what people speculated him to look like before, like, Ruin was released and we saw his official design. So this is Glamrock Bonnie. Very, I guess we can compare the two. So I guess let's compare the official design and the fan-made design. So the very spot-on details that they got was the star, and yeah, the stars and the shades. So the fan theories about him being associated with stars and Freddy, like, calling him his superstar because they're gay, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, homosexual robots exist in FNAF. Deal with it. But the official Bonnie appears to be more like of a lighter turquoise blue, similar to Toy Bonnie. And he does not have a bow tie, so I guess Glamrock Bonnie is the first official Bonnie design not to have a bow tie. Well, I guess Springtrap counts, but then again, Spring Bonnie did have a bow tie, and I guess he just lost the bow tie, but it doesn't really count. So Glamrock Bonnie is like the first Bonnie design not to have a bow tie. Also, the headband is different. He did have eyebrows, which is spot on. But this design right here is kind of based on, like, the Bonnie Bowl art, because that was kind of the only thing we had to go off of Glamrock Bonnie during the time of Security Breach. And he does have buck teeth, which is spot on. And he does not have the gloves. He doesn't have his fingerless gloves. But overall, I really do like the official design. And he doesn't have, like, the neck brace or whatever it is. But this is a nice, like, little fan design. And he does have a chest cavity like Freddy, because a lot of people speculate that Bonnie is just like Freddy, so he would have had, like, the same features, like a chest cavity, and also, like, he would have been as nice as Freddy. But he does have his ear physics, which are very floppy. He does not have any body groups or skins, but he is a cool ragdoll nonetheless. And he's kind of hard to pose, just like all of the other ragdolls, but it's a good ragdoll. So next up we have is Ruin Glam. Oh no, the fan version of Shattered Glamrock Bonnie, and he does kind of turn like a darker shade of blue, and he is very messed up. He is missing his face and his arm covering. So, like, this is what people would have theorized of what if we did find Glamrock Bonnie in, like, some type of rubble or something. So this is what he would have looked like, and we had to, like, save him and find parts for him to repair him. Even though that never did come true. We did find his body, but he cannot move at all. He is, like, physically disabled. But this is another cool fan interpretation. I really love the Withered Bonnie-esque design. But next up we have is Glamrock Candy. Now, I am a huge fan of the Five Nights at Candy series. I played all of the games, even though I hated Five Nights at Candy's 2. That game fucking sucked. But I love the first one and the third one, and they were all very good fan games. I love the lore, and I love the characters. But here we have Glamrock Candy. We have seen this model before in a different pack, but this is Jodi's version. Alright, this is Jodi's version. So he does have ear physics, although very stiff. He does have, you know, the specific physics, and he does have tail physics also. He has a tail physic. So, because he is a cat and he should have a tail. But I really love this design of Glamrock Candy, and he does have a chest cavity similar to Freddy. But we do have two other Five Nights at Candy's animatronics to review. We have the rat and the cat from Five Nights at Candy's 3, and also number 2, and this one was in number 1. But these, I really like these models because they're kind of giving like that punk, goth kind of vibe. Because there's like spikes everywhere. These look like gang members. They straight up just look like gang members altogether. Like they're in some type of like gang, or they're gangsters or something. They got like tattoos. They got bandanas against their arms. They got like spiky bracelets and belts and neck bracelets. And these just give off like that punk, like rock vibe again. I love the hairstyles on these two. So cat and rat, or rat and cat, you know, they do have the ear physics, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, they do have tail physics. So, you know, rat, you know, he's a rat. But I really love these designs the most. Oh, surprisingly, they have body groups, so you can take away their hair, which just leaves them bald, and the tail. So yeah, and you can also change their eyes. Oh, they do have Freddy's kind of eye texture. So oh my god, look at this design. That looks sick. And they do just have the black eyes, but I love these ones the best because that just looks creepy. But these definitely look like animatronics you would not want to mess with. These just look like straight up they would maul you to death. Which I would not want to mess with. But next up we have is Glamrock Foxy. Now I love Foxy, and I was pretty bummed out that he wasn't in Security Breach. Maybe he was an animatronic in the Pizzaplex before, but we never really got a confirmed answer. And plus, you can just watch Rytoast's theory on it. But this is Glamrock Foxy. Now, I get it. It's an old model. It is just it's that one mod, which is basically just a reskin of Roxy. But I mean, he still looks pretty cool, even though there are kind of like way better designs. Like some have hair and other stuff, but this is just like the first interpretation of Glamrock Foxy. So, but he does have his ear physics. I'm not complaining towards Jodi. We don't really have access to like the newest Glamrock Foxy model, but this is what Glamrock Foxy would have looked like. He has, you know, the turquoise vest. He has a lot of turquoise on him. He also has a star around his eye patch. So this is, you know, like, welcome to the Kitty's Cove or the Log Flume. Come enjoy, even though I should be wearing a pirate outfit. No, a cowboy outfit. He's a cowboy in ruin. Yeehaw, welcome, I'm Sheriff Foxy. You know, like Sheriff Woody. Alright, that's enough goofing around. Unfortunately, oh, he does have a skin. Oh, I never noticed. Was this updated? So this is what his like kind of like dirty form would look like. So he's kind of like his paint is kind of chipping off, revealing like a silver kind of layer beneath it. But next up we have is Glamrock Mangle. So this is a Glamrock Mangle Ragdoll. So this is what Glamrock Mangle would have looked like. You know, you can take away her hair, her strand. Or you can give her an eye bandana, so kind of like a pirate. And you can also get rid of her eyes. She does have tail physics and ear physics, like most of these ragdolls do. And also she does have like her fully mangled form. So this is what the kids would have probably done to her. I do like the second head, but she just has this, so you can just take away the cloth. But it's a cool design. I really love Mangle. And this would have been creepy in Security Breach. Like, it's just her crawling on the ceiling and stuff. But we do have other toy animatronics, so... Again, we do have Glamrock... We have Glamrock Toy Bonnie and Glamrock Toy Chica. So this is what Glamrock versions of the toy animatronics would have looked like. So, you know, he doesn't have a chest cavity. He does have ear physics. And oh yeah, you could give him different hairstyles. So if you didn't like this one, which is kind of like off to the side, you can give him like a mohawk, similar to like Monty. You can also just make him bald if you like. You can take away his... Oh wait, no, you can make his eyes glow. You can take off his glasses, which that just looks goofy as hell. Not gonna lie, Glamrock Toy Bonnie, you got them chubby cheeks. You can take away his pads. Oh, that also gets rid of like his cheeks as well. You can also his nose shape, so you can give him a different nose job. You can give him nose jobs if you like. And also, strangely enough, he has a black bow tie instead of red. But this is a pretty cool design. So you can imagine like a Glamrock Toy Bonnie. But next up we have is Glamrock Toy Chica. So like this, you can get rid of her tail. She doesn't have any like earring or hair physics. She can get rid of her collar. And you can also, surprisingly, you can give her a guitar, which just pierced through her. This is just stabbed through her. Like, you just stabbed Toy Chica with her own guitar, but it is a heart shape. She's dead now, because you stabbed the guitar through her. And now, it's coming out of her ass. So, but that's it for these fan-made models. Now, I finally got done. I got done reviewing all of them. There's like 30 Ragdolls in total, apparently. So I got done, finally. Now on to the next pack. But overall, before we move on to the next pack, these are some pretty cool Ragdolls. Personally, I wouldn't use them in my animations because they're very like hard to pose and stuff. But I really appreciate this add-on, Jodi. Thank you very much for this add-on. Appreciate you. You're a good friend. But I must review... But I see why you use this in your roleplays and stuff. And that's okay with you. I respect your opinion on using these Ragdolls. But as I said, we gotta move on to the next pack. So let's move on. Alright, but next up we have is Glamrock Cindy, which kind of looks like Roxanne Wolf, kinda. So... But this is what a Glamrock Cindy would have looked like, so, you know. So she does have a big ponytail. She has a top. And she has her shorts. And overall, it's a pretty cool, like, interpretation. You can give her eye glows. Kind of like the rest over here. You know, she can just chill out with her brother Candy. They can just chill out together and rock on along with Chester. But next up we have is Glamrock Toy Freddy, a ragdoll that I kind of wanted and is now here as a model overall. But this is Glamrock Toy Freddy, since we gotten Toy Chica, Toy Bonnie, and Mangle in the past. Now we have Toy Freddy to complete the set. And I gotta say, it looks pretty good. And instead of like being skinny and buff, he's kind of like fat buff, I would say. I mean, he's kind of chubby, you know. He's kind of chubby. I mean, it's Toy Freddy. He's gotta stay chubby. But you can give him his eye glows and stuff. He has the ear physics, just like with Chester. You know, he looks pretty cool. So you can use these. He is public now, so yeah, he is public. So if you love Toy Freddy, you can use this one. He has overalls, which is pretty interesting. And surprisingly, he doesn't even have a chest cavity, which is kind of a bummer, but oh well. You know, Toy Freddy, you can chill right beside these guys. Now, on to our last Ragdoll of the day. And our last Ragdoll of the day is from the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. So, this is Spring Bonnie, or William Afton, Steve Raglan, in his yellow rabbit suit, or, you know, we all know it's Spring Bonnie. So this is what Spring Bonnie looks like in the movie. So he looks pretty spot on. He does have a bunch of body groups, so you can, like, take away his ears, you can take away his head. You know, oh my god, that is just cursed. So that's what Steve Raglan looks like. He looks like he was burnt. Get rid of, like, mostly everything. You get rid of the body. You could reveal stuff. And I did put spoiler warnings before the video. So, viewer discretion is advised, I guess? I don't know what to say. But it's Spring Bonnie, so he appears at the end of the movie when Mike, Abby, and Vanessa go back to the pizzeria to save Abby. Or no, Mike and Vanessa, I'm sorry. My brain is fucked up today. But this is when Mike and Vanessa go back to save Abby in the pizzeria, and William Afton appears. And he is pissed. He is pissed that Mike found out the truth. Like, he knows that William Afton killed all the kids and that his daughter is Vanessa. I watched the movie. It was pretty good. He has his knife, and I really love this model because if we compare it to the original one, this might cause a bunch of lag and shit. Yeah, the frame rate, I really like this version. Oh, no, it was this one that caused them the frame rate issues, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we can see, like, a huge improvement. Yeah, this looks way more accurate. Get rid of your banjo. This looks way more accurate. His knife is on the right hand. He actually has a way better knife, to be honest. His colors are actually spot on. And this one just kind of looks more goofy, to be honest. Like, why are his ears, like, onto the side that much? Like, no offense to Taha. No offense to Taha, because I know this isn't his model. Yeah, this isn't his model, but I don't know. This model's just kind of goofy. But I really love your new and improved movie model. It looks way more accurate, and the fact that it's very strange how, like, his hands are kind of different from the other parts of the suit. Like, most of the other shit is just fabric, and this one's just have very, like, plasticky, and, like, the knuckle bumps right there, like his knuckle bumps. Spring Bonnie canonically has knuckle bumps. But this is a spring lock suit, and I'm pretty sure if we look inside, we can actually get a good look of those spring locks if we can. Let's see those spring locks. Hold on. Where are those? No, there's no spring locks. No spring locks? How is he Spring Bonnie without the spring locks? No, this can't be. My life has been a lie, because I remember him getting spring locked in the movie. This must be... Perhaps the archives are incomplete.